Hey, beautiful people. It's Rocqi from Rocqi's Reactions and the It's a Real podcast. Please subscribe and help us get monetized. So today on Rocqi's Reactions, I will be reacting to Manosphere Highlights Daily, specifically the video Women Explain What a High Value Woman Is, Highlights Compilation. So I will put the link to the video I'm reacting to in the description box below. If you would like that video on the screen so you can watch it too, subscribe so that way I can pay for a video editor, because that stops my uploading process, just being real. But anyway, make sure you check out the other It's a Real Podcast YouTube videos, and check out my personal YouTube channel, Life is Rocqi, with my Becoming a Feminine Woman series. I talk a lot about these issues, but it's just talking. I'm not reacting to it. I react here, I talk about it over there, but it's all of the same concepts about relationships between Black men and Black women and what's happening currently within them. So yeah, let's get to it.
When you start becoming less defensive, you're going to have less drama in your life. You're going to have less unnecessary problems in your life. You're going to have it easier to have better relationships with people, better friendships, a better relationship with your partner. Plus, it's going to really allow you to step into your fullest potential as a woman. And as a little bonus, more people are going to like you and to be able to form a relationship with you.
So just off the title, like, we're aware of what high value man is deemed. It's someone who has a lot of financial capital. Whereas a high value woman, like, some women may deem that as like boss, independent, da da da. And I'm like, I don't think those, it's not equal. It doesn't translate. Like, a high value woman is different than a high value man.
As you know, I'm all about talking about high value women attracting a high value man. And I know a lot of you ladies want to attract and keep high quality, high value men. So that means you need to be a high quality lady, high quality woman.
And I just want to iterate, I do believe my life partner also is a high value man, but not in the defined way. Sure, money's coming, but it's more of his values, his mentality on life, his philosophy on life that makes him high value to me, because I never valued money. So
high value woman as well.
Makes sense, right? We wanted to make this video as a response to the Fat Woman Explain Why Dating Sucks video. When we talk about a woman of value to a man, we're talking about specific qualities in a woman, and these double whoppers with extra cheese didn't get the picture. So let's get this highlight reel started.
Well, a high-value woman is a woman that is sought after by men and admired by other women. She can hold her own, she knows her value, and she knows exactly what she wants.
Understanding that being high value is a way of life, not just in your relationship, but who you are surrounding yourself with. You don't set healthy boundaries just with your guy. You set healthy boundaries with your family. You set healthy boundaries with your friends.
You should be with a woman who loves herself, who respects herself, and who can create her own happiness for herself and doesn't rely on other people, aka you, to do it for her.
She values herself and her time more than any man. If a man is not giving her time of day, she's not going to sit around and, put her activities aside for him, because she honors herself, she respects herself, she values herself. And
yeah, I have a very strict time boundary. That shit was discovered in dating, because I was like, what I'm not about to do is waste my time. And if you gonna be late, just let me know. That's all you gotta do. And prior to 5 minutes before, I'm just saying.
And her time, she knows her time is valuable.
Yeah.
That is important to her because she is important to her.
So you should not want
to
be
thank
with
me for
someone
me.
else because you are unhappy by yourself and you need someone else to make you happy.
Happiness comes from
or
within.
You don't want to be with someone because you are unable to pay your basic bills every single month and you need someone else to do it for you.
I think the women that do that are often the women that are constantly seeking validation from outside sources, from social media, from strangers on the internet, and it never results in anything good for your relationship if she's constantly looking for validation elsewhere, like these Instagram models, the OnlyFans girls. Those are hard girls to date because they're always looking for that validation. They're always looking for something else, and often their happiness depends on that.
Self-respect means knowing your worth and valuing yourself as a human being. Ladies, respect your body, respect your mind, and respect yourself as a woman. High-value women treat others the way that they want to be treated, and that is with respect.
Respect, a feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievements. Respect has to be earned. That's why you have to stop giving these women free attention, especially the low quality ones.
That's keeping a self-care routine. I started focusing on this when I realized that I really needed it for my well-being, to feel balanced, but also to actually feel feminine as a woman.
Self-love and self-respect is that she takes care of herself. You shouldn't want to be with someone that is lazy, that lets herself go, that totally doesn't put any effort into the way she looks or her mental health or her physical well-being. It's not even about, doing her hair, doing her makeup, getting her nails done. It's more about, is she fueling her body? Is she moving her body? Is she being active? Is she healthy mentally and physically?
She works.
So that's good. And I think this is where the fit feminine comes in as far as what men are seeking. And my partner and I have talked about it. But yeah, so like during quarantine, I wasn't showering every day. I'm home. So then he was like, that would be helpful for sexy time. And I'm like, you right. I'll do better. Cause I'm like, shit, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't did nothing. But the body still likes to be clean. And you feel better usually after you're clean. So hygiene, grooming is also very important. So like being able to get my hair done regularly. I feel better when I have my locks retwisted. So that's a way. Also, fitness is a huge part for my life partner. And for me, it wasn't just because I was always in shape. But now that my body's changing and I'm gaining more weight, I'm like, okay, I want it to look a certain way. So I need to be intentional and committed to moving especially movement too, because I'm sitting a lot more because I'm not leaving the house. So like moving my body, dancing, exercising, things like that, walking. So I'm trying to take care of myself more mentally. I went to therapy. Again, I do need to find, all right, my nose is itching. I do need to find a long-term therapist. But for right now, I got some stuff that I needed to get work through. But yeah, I do want to find a long-term therapist to take care of my mental health. So yeah, I do understand how taking care of yourself individually can impact a relationship and how men would be seeking that in a woman. I do get that.
Works on cultivating a beautiful, radiant, and powerful self-image. Notice I said the word works on.
Be careful now. Modern women don't like to work for anything.
Ooh.
It doesn't just happen to her. She has to work at it. Okay? Working at it. Self-image and how she thinks about herself.
Your personal space, ladies, is an extension of you as a person. And trust me when I say this, no feminine or elegant ladies are ever chaotic, messy, or even unhygienic. So
Oso and I have separate bedrooms. I've been trying to keep his bedroom clean with dishes because we finally got it clean, and I was like, you ain't dirtying his up because I'm gonna have to clean it anyway. And that happened because he just worked with an artist and he had to clean it. And then it was like a lot, and I was like, we're never getting to this point again. My room is more messy. I just need to organize things a little better. However, I'm more prone to have a clean living room and kitchen and then bathroom versus my room. Like, I allow my room to be more messy than I allow those areas to be messy. Just because this is my space. So can I have a moment to chill, you know? But I try to keep the floor visible. That's what I try to do. Is it always consistent? No. But I try to have my days where I focus on making sure I have walking space.
I don't want to ever see of my dear elegant ladies to ever, let's say, do this selfie in the mirror and you see the reflection of your mirror in the background.
That's why I take selfies in the living room.
Stuff everywhere, maybe even dirty underwear on the floor.
Yeah. Remember this from the New Yorker? You'll be surprised how messy a lot of these modern women are. And a lot of it comes from laziness and lack of discipline.
Oh, for sure.
Big Mac menus became exactly what they've been eating because they don't cook. And the only times they move is when they need a refill.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't have a car currently. So when I was going to the office, I was moving a lot more just because I was taking the bus. But so yeah, so I have to be, now that I'm going to be working from home, I have to be more intentional about moving my body. As far as what I eat, I'm a flexitarian, so I have a majority or primarily vegetarian diet. That's what we eat in the house. Dairy has been cut down, but I'm still fond of cheese, but I know that's mucus. So yeah, so I'm very aware of what I put into my body. I don't really eat fast food at all. It's been a few months since I've had fast food. So yeah, it is important. Like, your food is your fuel, and then a man wants the mother of his children to live a long life. He wants his life partner to live a long life. So if you're not taking care of yourself, I don't know if you're gonna live that long. So, you know, just being real.
I value women know that investing in their appearance is also a form of self-respect. And they
Now, I will say, Black women, these weaves, wigs, and all plethora of other options, if they're straight, I'm personally not attracted to straight hair. I'm attracted to curly hair. And it's like very fascinating because the same woman can go from straight to curly, and that curly is like a trigger, like I'm on you. And men like curly hair too. They like your natural hair. So if you are going to do a weave or wig for protective styles, try to get something similar to your natural hair pattern. It's okay to experiment with slightly different, but try to get something that would be a natural texture. Just because if it's straight, it just doesn't look good, honestly. Like, that can make or break my attraction to a woman because of her hair. So, and a lot of men are like that too. So be aware of that when you are talking about taking care of yourself physically.
understand the importance of their appearance. With your appearance,
because like this woman right here, she Black with a weave and is straight, and I'm just like, you would look so much better with curls, because I do not like you at all with this hair. Because it's very obvious that's not your hair. Like, that's the whole debate of Black people having naturally straight hair and all that stuff, but it just does not look good at all to me.
Yourself before you have eaten.
And then women be like, well, I don't do it for the man. Okay, sure. Well, then also know what the consequences of that choice is.
Open your mouth.
And this is coming from a beautiful Black woman.
Oh, see? He about to say it.
And they understand the importance of their appearance. With your appearance, you are introducing yourself before you have even opened your mouth.
And this is coming from a beautiful Black woman talking about investing in your appearance is a form of self-respect, and you're wearing that weave. Here at Manosphere Highlights Daily, we do not like weaves. Check out our video called The Foolishness of Wearing Weave. Why does this beautiful dark chocolate candy bar wear the weave?
From the mouth of a man.
Allows a masculine man to lead, not because she's not capable of it, because she knows she's capable of that and many other things, but because she enjoys being feminine, and she understands that feeling as if she is being taken care of is not the same and doesn't mean she is weak or inferior in any way.
But there
So I did do a video on my Becoming a Feminine Woman series on my YouTube channel, Life is Rocqi, talking about who's the better leader. Like taking gender out of it, taking even masculine and feminine energy out of it, and just saying, let's look at some leadership qualities and skills and see who's actually the better leader. And by far, my life partner is a better leader than me. So that was something I had to just let the ego go and sit with, because I'm like, well, damn. Guess you the leader, bruh. It's not saying that I don't have some leadership strengths. Not saying that I don't have some leadership qualities. It was just, he had a strong lead. Okay? See what I did there? Yeah. So really assess, before you want to be the leader, actually assess who's the best leader and why. How is that being determined?
There are some people that are just generally really defensive on a regular basis, and sometimes too much, to the point that really small and not important things creates this massive drama and problems and really puts people off. You need to understand that being defensive is a very masculine trait, so a woman automatically steps into her masculinity when she is on her defense.
Just complete.
Men want peace. Men want peace. Men want peace. Like, if you think about it, the world is crazy. So in my house, with the things that I can control, I would like peace. It makes sense. I get it. That's what I want. I think this comes from women bringing baggage of their past relationships or situationships or experiences with men, as well as past expectations with their father and things like that, into their current relationship. And I was bringing stuff with my parents, because my parents were very highly incompatible, into my relationship, and my partner had to repeatedly say, like, he's not my dad. And I had to, like, see that and change my mindset and stop attacking him as if he was. And so I think a lot of that also comes from not a lot of women growing emotionally to the point that we can manage and regulate our emotions. And I think that is definitely on women to hold themselves accountable and grow in. Something I had to do, something you probably have to do too, because while it's more acceptable for women to have emotions, we're not necessarily taught how to manage or regulate them, especially when it comes to relationships. So yeah, my partner in the beginning of our relationship, like, you gonna argue by yourself, because I'm be over here. When you're ready to be cool, calm, collected and talk about it, let me know. But you arguing with yourself. And that, I'm proud of him for asserting his boundary, but then it forced me to respect it, because it's like, well, yeah, is there a different way for my feelings to be heard, for their solution to be had, things like that. So it caused self-reflection in me, so had me setting my ego to the side and, like, really working on myself and becoming a better partner. And women be like, men need to earn them letting down their guard. And I'm like, why? Why are you holding people responsible for something they never did? Bag lady.
And blame and become negative and point fingers, because it's just an easy way out not to admit your own mistakes, not to see your own mistakes, imagine that you're totally perfect, and not to take responsibility for yourself.
When you date a high value woman, she's supportive. And more importantly, you guys are supportive of each other. Your partner should complement your skill set and vice versa. You should bring value to her and she should bring value to you. You should both be adding value to each other's lives somehow, and you shouldn't be feeling like you're constantly carrying around dead weight all the time.
She takes responsibility for her actions. And there is a big difference between blaming yourself and taking responsibility for something.
That's important.
Because usually when we blame ourselves, it's because of something negative. And if you're taking responsibility, it's because it's something negative that we probably don't want to take responsibility for. And a lot of us default to blaming and blaming instead of taking responsibility. And how you know the difference is when you blame yourself, you feel bad. It's a negative feeling. But if you take responsibility, you actually feel pretty good. You feel empowered, okay? You're feeling empowered because you are taking responsibility. You own up to, the negative thing or the mistake or whatever that you have done.
Whenever there's no COVID, I continuously go to conferences. I go myself to courses. I
Never stop learning.
I take all kinds of education that's out there, even as simple as just reading a book sometimes.
Yeah, my partner doesn't have to worry about that with me because I love to learn. So documentaries are my preferred way of learning if it has to do with outside of school. Otherwise, I rather just take classes, go to conferences, go to workshops, that kind of thing. So speaking of that, to prepare for motherhood as well as the other stuff that I want to do as far as working with children, I'm gonna start taking child development classes. So that's a way to learn to be a better mother as well.
So that I continuously can grow.
She works on up-leveling her skills, her knowledge, and her contribution to the world.
For this one, there's nothing worse than being with a person that thinks they know everything, that never listens to what you have to say, that are never open for constructive criticism, that never want to evolve or grow because they think that they are the best already.
As men, we don't care about a woman's degree or how much money she makes. But that doesn't mean that we're looking for an airhead. It's a turnoff when you take a woman on a date and she can't hold a conversation. It's a red flag. A lot of these women love to travel just to take selfies for Instagram, and they want you to pay for these trips, but their company sucks. A woman needs to be more than just punani. If that's the only thing she has to offer, get ready to get pumped and dumped. This video.
And you have to also remember, like, knowledge exists outside of school systems. So, like, again, how are you continuously learning? How are you continuously growing and becoming the best version of yourself, best partner? Like, yeah, how are you growing in each of those areas? So, yeah, I would definitely agree with those qualities being a high value woman as far as, like, what men deem. Women probably would say, well, actually, those were women saying that, but those were more feminine women. The modern woman would probably say something different. So it'd be interesting to see that conversation. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But yeah, I would agree. And again, I'm becoming better because I'm reconnecting with my feminine energy, which is causing me to become more balanced. Like, there's still need for my masculine energy when it comes to planning and organization or, working. Like, I'm still working. I'm going back to school. So, like, the masculine energy is still important. It's still needed, but it's not necessarily needed in my relationship unless it comes to boundaries. Whereas feminine energy is what's more important and needed in my relationship. So I feel more balanced now. It's having a positive impact on my partnership. And he's happier. I'm happier. It's more peaceful in the house. So it's still ongoing. Like, I'm not perfect. This took a long time to just be aware of, understand, and then, like, try to change. But, and like I said, the whole COVID thing, like, oh yeah, just probably shower more. But, and it wasn't too long. Just be like a day off. But yeah. So, trying to take care of myself, always learning, always growing, moving, exercising. Like, I'm probably gonna dance, maybe after I get off this video, because I also have to cook lunch for my man. But yeah, I feel like I'm stepping more into the role of wife, into the role of mother, and it feels good for me. It feels really good to really just embrace those roles. I'm not losing myself, because I had a freak out last year about that, because I know a lot of women who do lose themselves, especially in motherhood. So I have grounded myself in who I am, so I know how to keep in touch with it. But yeah, hope you like this video. Like if you do, share. I think these conversations are definitely important. And again, subscribe, help us get monetized, and take care of you. Peace and love.